Hi, this is Judy with Artistic Artifacts Creative Clips. We receive a lot of questions via email, phone calls about some of the products that we sell. And I've decided to try and give you a little bit of a quick tutorial on some of these things. I personally use a lot of pictures in my artwork, mostly vintage, orphan photos, family photos, special events, travel. Travel's great for fabric printing, printing on fabric. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the supplies that I have and how I use them. So there's this whole terminology of direct print versus transfer. Lots of people use transfer when they're really talking about direct print. So what that means is I take my picture, I put it into a Word document or a Photoshop document, whatever computer program you have, scan it, put it in there, and I'm going to print it directly on fabric, and that's going to be my piece that I use in my artwork. And I do that a lot, and I have selected EQ Printables cotton lawn fabric. I like it because it gives you great detail. It's a very fine weave. So the larger the weave, the less detail you're going to get. And it truly is, you can see down to the pictures. Look at this one. This is glass. And you can see the depth of the colors and everything. And that's going to be what I think is the best print you're going to get. These are washable, they're prepared to hold the dye. So that's why these fabrics are important, is that there's a treatment in there to hold the dye to make it washable. So yes, you can use these on your family quilts when you're doing, lots of people do anniversary quilts, 50 years, 25 years, and you have it as a wall hanging or a bed quilt. This is gonna make it through that. I use it quite a bit. So here's one where I would have taken a whole lot of these small pictures, put them on an 8x10 picture and printed them all at the same time. You can't run these through, you have to set your whole page up to print once. And see, I even did butterfly wings with there and colored them. So there's that. These are pictures that are from a museum in Holland, that's from Indonesia from the 1800s. They scanned them and put them on there. These are from Indonesia women in their cultural heritage costume. And so again, I printed them there, and you can see they're in sepia. So you also can change the colors on that once you put it on your page. So that is the direct print. What's another fun thing is that we have Jacquard silk. See, and you can see it's silky. It's very, very soft. So this is another way to take your picture from your computer and print it directly onto a piece of fabric that I can apply directly to my artwork. Okay, so that's the difference between cotton and silk. Then there's something that also came out from another Jacquard product, which is called Extravaganza. So this was a sample I did where you can see the white fabric behind it, and I actually did a quilt with multiple colors in the background. So I painted this red, yellow, blue because it was for my son when he was a child. And so you can see that it changes the color behind the picture. The Extravaganza is organza. So think of it as organza. So what I did here, I'm going to jump around a minute, is I used, this is a current project, so I used this. Let me turn it around so you can see. So this is a really nice way to do an overlay. I took a vintage ledger, scanned that on my printer, and printed out pages. So this is a way of adding dimension to a piece that is fabric oriented, and that I use this a lot this way. So that's 3 ways of printing directly on the fabric and using it directly in your piece of work. So the other 2 are where you take, one is called Transfer Artist Paper by our buddy Leslie Riley. This is fabulous, fabulous stuff. We absolutely love this. I used it a really lot. It disappeared for a while, and we're thrilled that it's back. So this is what happens with it. You're going to set up your page. You're going to print it on the transfer artist paper. But then you can see the words are backwards. That's something that's important. Trust me, I know where it doesn't work. And I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to lay it onto another piece of fabric, and I'm going to move the ink with heat. And there's lots of videos. Leslie's done many videos. We've done a couple videos and blogs on working with transfer artist paper because I love it. Gives you a not quite perfect transfer. Gives you a little bit, this is a transfer. See, it gives you a little bit of vintagey look in there. This is on Luchador. This is on fabric. This is on metal. Now you need to be careful with metal or glass. It will transfer on that, but it'll slide a little bit. So that'll take a little bit of practice, but it does work. And it's great for paper. So it doesn't have to just be a fabric process. It can be a paper process. This is a great product. You want to use it up. It is a little bit sensitive to drying out, so it's not precious. Use it up, add it to your artwork. This is another one, paper solvay, using matte medium and a brayer. And there's some other information from Liz Kettle. She's written an article. It's been in Quilting Arts. We'll do a quick clip on this a little bit later. And tap, I think, is done already. We have that as a quick clip, but we'll do the paper solvay, which is a really fun one to do as well. So these are printing ink on a surface and transferring it to another surface. These are printing directly on the surface you're going to use in your artwork. So that's a really big deal. You can, have to get some help on how to fix your pictures, how to lighten them up, how to print them off is pretty easy. But you can do whatever you want with lots of computers applications. I hope this helps explain the difference in the products and how you can use them.